Welcome, Cobra fans. This is your Cobra Sports Network weekly recap. I'm Bo Neal, and I'm joined here with
Major LaRue.
And we have some exciting games and events to recap from last week. So with that, let's kick it off with cross country.
Carly Burrow was your Cobra cross country runner of the week. She ran a 2.27 mile course in 14:43 seconds and placed 23rd out of 87 runners, contributing to the girls' fourth place team finish among 11 participant schools in Lockhart.
Tanner Whites was your runner of the week on the boys' side. The boys' cross-country athlete of the week, Tanner Whites, ran the 2.27-mile course in a time of 13 minutes and 1 second and placed 37th out of 71 runners, contributing to the boys' seventh-place finish among 10 participating schools in the Lockhart Invitational.
The varsity girls finished fourth place overall out of 11 schools. Kate Simons placed fifth. Carly Burrow placed 23rd, leading the girls to a fourth-place finish. They fought hard against some large schools and competed well.
The varsity boys placed 7th overall and ran well. Tucker Carl placed 25th and Tanner Whites placed 37th out of 71 runners. They competed against some tough competition, but were able to pull out some good places overall.
The JV girls placed 9th overall out of 16 teams. Abigail Phillips placed 2nd and Kylie Pollock placed 51st, resulting in a nice placing at Lockhart's Invitational.
We had 4 boys run on the JV this week, which is not enough to qualify as a team.
Speaking of how well teams did, let's talk about how well our volleyball teams did this week.
Erilyn Bethany was your volleyball Cobra athlete of the week. Erilyn was steady for us all weekend. She showed up with kills in key moments and picked up the slack when her teammates were struggling. We were really excited about the progress she has made and her confidence on the court. She had 36 kills, 5 aces, passed on a 2.4 serve receive, and 2 blocks.
Varsity Cobra Volleyball was at the skiing tournament last week. For the third tournament in a row, they have finished in the gold bracket. This weekend, we finished 3rd overall, losing to Gregory Portland in a tight 3-set match.
Senior middle blocker number 4, Desiree Evans, was named to the all-tournament team. Stats on the weekend were 43 kills with a hitting percentage of 2.84 and 10 blocks. Leading in stats on the weekend, kills were Carly Stonish with 74, Pacey Rowe led the aces category with 16. She also led the assists with 119. Autumn Callis led the team in digs with 88, and Desiree Evans led the team in blocks with 10.
That was a good week for volleyball, but now let's kick it into football.
The Cobras faced the Edna Cowboys on the varsity and JV level. Then the freshmen played Bloomington.
Logan Densman was your player of the week for defense, and Aiden Yanish was your player of the week for offense.
Varsity played Edna at home, and JV played Edna in Edna, and the freshmen played Bloomington at home.
The Cobras played a hard-fought game Friday night against Edna, who came into the game as the number 5 ranked team in 3A Division I. The Cowboys and the Cobras traded scores right until the end of regulation. At the end of regulation, the score was tied at 35. The Cowboys were successful in the Cobras' opening possession of overtime, keeping the tie intact. The Cobras put up a great fight on defense, but the Cowboys were able to convert a short field goal to win the game 38-35.
JV played Edna on Edna's home turf. They started the game with Braden Van Duren touchdown run, and Mason Hunt would end up catching a touchdown pass from Cooper Francis. In the second half, the Cobras' defense let up 2 scores, and the final score was 12-12.
The freshmen played Bloomington for the season opener. The young freshman defense came out to play, only allowing 1 first down the whole game. Wyatt Kurtz had 2 touchdowns on 2 carries and a punt return touchdown in industrial route to winning 38-0.
Finally, here are some matchups that you can plan on seeing this week.
Cross country will be at Shiner on Saturday.
Cobra Volleyball played the Rockport Pirates on Tuesday at home, and all 3 teams won, and they played the Victoria East Titans on Friday at home. Come out and support before heading to the football game.
Varsity football will be at home against Yoakum. JV plays Yoakum away, and freshmen will play Victoria East at home.
Now it's time for the interviews. Welcome, Coach Elkins. Glad to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We're just wanting to ask a little bit about how your cross-country program is going so far this season, So how did cross-country run as a team this past weekend?
Well, we went to the Lockhart meet, and we haven't been there in about 6 years. And I knew going in that when I scheduled that we'd be seeing a lot of bigger schools, and it's a huge meet. and it met all the expectations because there were 11 schools on the girls' side that had teams, and there were 10 teams on the boys' side, and most of them were 4As. And I'm really encouraged because the girls placed fourth. Okay, and every team that beat us was a 4A that we're not going to compete against at our level. Okay, all the 3As that were in the race, we smoked them. All right, so it really looked good. On the boys' side, we finished 7th, but 5 out of the top 6 that beat us were all 4A. All right, so that was encouraging. That was a good meet.
Sounds great, Coach. So, who do you think the most challenging team will be that you face in district for the boys and the girls?
Okay, well, on the girls' side, historically it's been Hallettsville and Yoakum that have been our toughest competition, and I don't expect anything to change there. They both have the same coach they've always had, and they run pretty stout programs. On the boys' side, it's been last couple of years it's been Rice, and Rice actually won that Lockhart meet we just went to. All right, so they're still really, really good. And the bad news for us is most of those kids are underclassmen. They're sophomores and juniors, so they're going to be good for a couple more years. But we're competing against them better this year than we have on the boys' side, so I'm encouraged by that.
Well, that's good to hear. Judging by y'all's success in the past couple meets, what are your expectations for this upcoming meet?
I think we're going to go to Shiner and we're going to compete well. We normally compete well at Shiner. I don't want to make predictions, but we're going to go over there and show well. That's on both sides.
So, is there any runner you have right now on the boys or girls side that's really standing out as a front runner or a leader for you in your program?
Well, everyone knows Kate Simon's been a runner for me since junior high, and she is who she is. She works hard. She competes every time she gets out there, and she placed 5th at that huge Lockhart meet. And I've got seniors this year: Carly Burrow, Kaylee Carl, Elise Bullock. Those 4 seniors are leading us, okay, and they will continue to lead us. I expect the girls to have a successful year. Again, I don't want to jinx anything and say we're going to state right now or all that. We've had 3 meets, okay, but we're running well. On the boys' side, I got to tell you, Tucker Carl is looking. The lights come on in that boy's head, all right, because he's smoking the competition right now. He is doing things that I've always told him he had the capability of doing, and he believes in himself. And the other boys are working hard to stay with him, and I'm seeing vast improvement on the boys' team this year.
Well, that's exciting to hear. Is there anything that you're doing differently to prepare for your meet in Shiner rather than you have in the past couple meets?
Well, we're doing more hill work this week because Shiner's notoriously got the huge hill at the end of the race. So you get down there, you've run for like 1.75 miles, and then you look up at this hill, and you've got to transverse that to get to the finish line. So we've been working on some hills this week.
It sounds exciting. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to us this week, Coach. We'll be right back with Logan to talk about football.
All right, thanks, Bo.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. I'm Reese Little, and I'll be doing the football interviews. Now let's welcome Logan Densman and Bo O'Neill to talk about this week's upcoming football game. All right, so Bo, where do you think the team stands with the state rankings right now going into week 3?
I think they're kind of putting us on the short end of the stick. I think we're a really hard-nosed physical team this year that's kind of being cut short of what we can accomplish. I think they're expecting a downfall from last year, but I think we are getting better every single week with what we have, and we know what the goal is, and we go into Mondays, hey, Friday had a certain outcome, but, let's reset the clock. We're going to work hard Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to prepare for playing under the lights on Friday night.
And Logan, how did it feel to get that interception for your team last Friday night against Edna?
It felt great. It was tied up at the time, and we needed something to turn around, and it helped the game go a little more smoothly. Unfortunately, we didn't get the outcome we hoped for, but we were there.
Yeah, it was great to watch too. And Bo, what do y'all need to improve on when looking to beat Yoakum Bulldogs this week?
On film, I'm sure teams are already assuming that we're going to be a 90-10 run team. We aren't looking to pass the ball a whole lot is probably what they're assuming. But I definitely say we want to involve the pass game more into our game plan just to kind of keep teams on their toes to not know exactly what to expect from us.
Yeah, that's good. Logan, what are you looking forward to going into this week's game?
I just prove what kind of team we are and prove that we can beat good teams and hang with them, and that we're not going to be slouches this year and we're not going to fall off. So.
Yeah, prove them wrong. And final question, Logan, how do you feel the team has developed since day one of fall camp, both on offense and defense?
I think it's developed great. I mean, we started off the summers lifting every day, conditioning every day, and then we started football and just putting people in positions where some people haven't been. And it's been going great. It's been developing. It's been a learning experience, but we're getting the hang of it, and I think it'll be a good season.
Bo, do you have anything else to add to that?
No, I think Logan handled that pretty well. I mean, we're going to keep working every day, hopefully play into December and hopefully make it to Arlington this year.
Yes, well, I hope we make it to Arlington too. I want to give a final thanks to Bo and Logan for giving us their time and for letting us interview them. We'll be right back with our game of the week.
Welcome back, Cobra fans. We're bringing you this game of the week. It's Pictionary, and I am brought to you with the teams Jake Alexander and Logan Densman versus Erin Bethany and Easton LaRue.
3, 2, 1, go.
A door?
Yeah!
3, 2, 1.
Clouds, flower,
No.
Pikachu, a pillow, alien, jellyfish, clam.
Time's up.
Oh,
No, what is that?
It was a
I know what it
seashell.
is.
I don't know. I don't know how else.
No.
The current score is me and Easton 1, Jake and Logan 0.
Ready, go.
Oh gosh.
A hamburger?
Yes. Yay!
Go.
A flower. Nature.
That was stupid.
Time's up.
I was gonna try to draw a bird because it's a feather.
Oh, it was a feather?
Feather.
Oh, I got you.
And that was your game of the week with Erin and Easton with 2 points and Jake and Logan with a whopping 0 points. But that's the end of our weekly recap. Tune in next week, Wednesday. We'll bring this every week on Wednesday. But this is Weekly Recap on Cobra Sports Network.